Hi, it's Chris at the Quilter's Nook, and it's time for another Studio 180 design technique and tool. And for the next several weeks, we are going to be working with the Lemoyne Star tool, the Rapid Fire Lemoyne Star. And this tool will do wonderful Lemoyne stars, as well as a bunch of other designs. So just as a quick reminder, your packaging is also your directions, okay? So you've got all your directions on here, so make sure you hold on to this. And on the back, she gives you a free pattern that uses a bunch of different sizes. Because with this tool, you can go up to 12 inches. You can go a 3-inch block, clear up to a 12-inch block. Today, we're gonna work with a 6-inch block. With the Lemoyne Star, you start with strips. And I'm going to try to put this out here so you can see it. So you're going to have 2 background strips and 2 star point strips. This is strip A, and this is strip B. We're going to sew those together according to your directions. And everything gets pressed to the left. So for strip A, you're going to press to your background fabric. For strip B, you're going to press to the star fabric. And we do that so that everything is going to nest for you when you start to do your construction. So we're going to start with B, and I made B blue, so it would help me remember. But you can make these all different colors. You can make them all the same, whatever you would like. We're going to put B down first with the strip towards you. And then we're going to put A on top, and we're going to nest this seam because we want everything nice and together. Okay, now we need to come up with our correct angle to make our strips. So we're going to take our Lemoyne Star tool, and I'm going to put it right at the edge of my fabric because we want to get this offset off of there. We don't want all that in our block because it would make it not accurate. So once this is lined up along the edge of your strip, I'm going to take another ruler, put it alongside, make sure that's going to cut all that off. And then we're going to take that and put that out of the way. Now, for the 6-inch star, I know that I'm going to be cutting strips that are 2 inches. So I've got my first choice ruler, and I'm going to put 2 inches right across here. And I'm going to cut. And I'm going to keep these together because I'm going to make another cut. And you're going to need 4 of these per block. You just keep going all the way down at 2 inches, making sure everything stays lined up. Then we have to make a second cut. So I keep these as I pulled them off the strip so that the top of this background fabric is parallel to me. And I'm going to pick any line on your ruler, put it along the top. You can see I just so happen to have it so that the 45 is along here. We're going to cut our triangle off, but we don't want to cut this tip off. So we have just a tiny little bit left, a little gap there. And we're going to trim. And I put those together. So we'll do that again. Put it along the top. My 45 maintains my correct angle, and we're going to trim. All right, so now we are going to sew these together. I always turn my background pieces face up because we are going to take our Lemoyne pieces and put them on top, right sides together, and you're going to sew your nice 1/4 of an inch right along there. So these are just kind of, you want them kind of centered in there. It's not a big deal if they're not, because like everything else, everything is oversized. Okay, so we have those done, and when you get those finished, we have to press. The B, which is our blue piece, we are pressing toward the triangle, and our A piece, we are pressing towards our diamond, okay, just like such. You know you've done it right when things go in one direction, when all your seams go in one direction. If we had pressed this piece to the triangle, see how your diamond is pressed open? That's not what we want. We want it going in one direction. So that's a good double check for you. Not sure which way it's supposed to go. Make them go in one direction, and you know that's how you want them to be. Now we're going to trim. Everything is going to get trimmed with our Lemoyne star tool. And since I'm making a 6-inch finished block, I am going to use the 6 guideline on my star point. And I'm going to put that line just on the background side of that seam. I don't want it on the purple, but I want it just off the purple. And then we're going to trim. This will move on you, so you have to be careful and watch your fingers. Okay, so we've got one set done, and now we'll do the other one. Again on the 6, just like such. Trim. Okay, and you're going to do that for all your pieces. Then we're going to put them together into quadrants. And this is where our pressing is going to come in handy. We're going to nest this seam. So you can see the blue is going towards the blue and the purple goes towards the background. We're going to nest that right there. We're going to put a pin in. And when you sew, you're going to sew with the tip of the diamond going through the needle first, because this is very important that we keep this together. So we're going to start that in first. And when you get those done, you will have this. Press everything open from here on out, okay? And when we get to this point, we have to trim off those little dog ears. So we're just gonna go in. You can do this with your rotary cutter. You can do this with scissors, whatever works for you. And you're going to do that for all of them. I'll just do 2 right now. Once you get them all 4 done, of course you're going to cut those off, you're going to put those together in pairs. Again, things are going to nest for you right there. And you're going to put this tip in, you're going to nest that, put that through your sewing machine first. It's okay that the back end doesn't match. We have to trim it yet. So you're going to do your nice pressing on both pieces. Then you're going to put both of those halves together to make your hole. And you're going to have something that looks like this. And I don't have my Tucker trimmer. Hang on just one second. All right, now we're going to trim. We're going to trim to 6.5. So we're going to take our common diagonal through one seam, and our 6.5-inch sizing guide goes on the other seam, right through that center. Okay, it's going to go right through that center. Pretty close. There we go. All right, and then we're going to trim. Up one side, across the top. And again, we're going to take the square up lines along the freshly cut edge. You've got your 6.5 going here. You've got your common diagonal going through the other way. Cut up, cut across, and you have a beautiful 2-color Lemoyne star. And these you can do, like I said, from 3 inches up to 12 inches. So it's a nice little unit, fun to create, and no Y seams. So that's the benefit of using the Rapid Fire Lemoyne star. So next week we will do another technique, a different version of our Lemoyne star. So we'll see you then.